guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we're going to do a character guide on Machina. So, I'm sure with this DFFOO, a lot of you all are excited for Machina getting a C90. He's been ridiculously good since the C80. He's actually been usable up until now. Like, you could have used him on Shinryu, and you actually could get him through. He's a pretty crazy character. So I have already done a guide on Machina, but when characters get significant reworks or new weapons, I will redo the guide. So Machina, because he's getting a C90, he is changing enough in his kit, I am going to redo the guide. A character like Cater, which just got force enhancements, I'm not going to redo her guide, right? So I think Edgar's another one that just got force enhancements. I'm not going to redo his guide. So if you're curious on Edgar, who just came back with this banner, go ahead and check out my other guide on Edgar. Tidus is another one people are asking me about. Tidus is getting a force weapon, so to me that's a significant change, so I will do a new character guide on Tidus. If you're curious about Tidus ahead of time, you can watch my other guide. Like, Tidus pretty much plays the same, but he just gets the new mechanic with his force weapon, so I'll go over that in his new guide. But if you want to check out Tidus, I got a guide on him already as well. So what we're going to do with Machina is we are going to talk about his artifacts, his spheres. I'll just start by talking very quickly about his force enhancements. He has the standard force enhancement setup. So basically, level 23 gives him the base force charge up. And then level 30 is going to give him all of his skills maxed out. Machina, I talked about this in my Should You Pull video, but Machina is a character that if you're going to go in on him, he is a character I recommend a full investment on. So if you full invest, I think you're going to be really happy with Machina. You can use him non-full invested, but he's not going to dominate as much as if you do. So he's a character where I did say he is worth pulling, but I do recommend you have to be willing to full invest on him. If you're not willing to full invest Machina, you're probably better off saving resources and pouring that into somebody like Tidus or another DPS that comes out later. Or you can wait till Machina comes back later, because he will get a force weapon later. He's actually not getting a force weapon now, just a C90. So you could always wait and grab him when he gets his force weapon. That is another option, because Desh, like I said, isn't really worth pulling. So if you don't want to pull on a banner with Desh, you could wait till later. That's totally up to you, right? So let's jump in and go through his artifacts here. So for Machina's artifacts, you pretty much want to go attack 108 and his C50 just to really up his max brave and attack. So that's what I would do there, pretty standard. You could go max brave 330 as well if you needed to. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at his spheres here. So let me just jump back to his spheres. So he is an A slot character and a B slot character. So he wants the typical A slot stuff, which is attack and brave damage. So Jack, I think, is a really nice one because you're going to get attack and brave damage with it. I really wanted like a full sphere Machina, so I kind of used A spheres that I just already had full ones of that I didn't have to like remake or anything, but that still work. So I went and threw Prompto on. It gives max brave and attack by 5% for the full sphere, so I thought that was definitely decent enough. And then Machina, I had put his own sphere on him back when I originally did his EX, and he gets Imp, Brave, and Attack. I'll take that. I think that's good enough to put on him, so I went with that. Now, the B slot's where it gets interesting. I do think he has a best-in-slot B slot. For B slot, a lot of these are like tanking spheres or like dodging spheres, which Machina doesn't lock. He doesn't dodge, so he can't utilize a lot of those. So typically for the characters that can't utilize those, you go with like Warrior of Light, Celis, or Gabranth, like something like that. These are more generic ones. Gabranth is good because it does party brave damage reduction down, which is good. Warrior of Light will do on like the user. I think they get HP damage down or something like that. But Machina, I think his best in slot is Celis. I think Celis was darn near made for him. Celis is basically a brave gain sphere, right? And part of the reason too that I like Machina's sphere is, so Machina, the big thing with him is, if you're not familiar, he does his burst attack. His burst effect gives him a really insane HP plus attack. And this HP plus attack that he does, or it's a transformed HP attack, it does a ton of brave gains and HP dumps, right? And so iBrave, I like giving him a little bit of iBrave here on this A sphere, because iBrave will affect his brave gains. And then iBrave also affects Celis' sphere, which helps him with brave gains based on his iBrave, right? So what happens here is, specifically on Celis' sphere, it says you increase their brave by 40% of int brave after using ability once per turn. And it specifically says this also applies to abilities that are changed brave and HP attacks. So basically what it's telling you is it also works on an HP attack plus that was transformed into a different attack. So it's saying that when you use the burst effect with Machina and he uses HP plus, which is a transformed HP attack, he's going to get Celis's Brave gains from that. So I'm really glad I invested the full Celis sphere on him. I think it was a match made in heaven. I love having that sphere on him. It's going to make him look really good when we get these big HP attacks coming out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into the showcase on him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a setup. I am going to like explain Machina's kit for people that don't know it and then talk about like what has changed with this rework. But then I do want to try to do like a really massive burst phase using Cam in the party and kind of doing a setup that way. So I'm actually going to do it with a Cam friend so that my party setup is a little bit more free. So let's go ahead and hop in and we're going to try to get this to work here. Now, for those of you not familiar with Machina, he was pretty one-dimensional before. Pretty much what you did with Machina before was you use his green BT attack, maybe set up a launching call or something, went into his burst phase with his BT effect up, and you just spam his HP plus attack. That's all you did, right? You still do that now for monstrous burst phases, but with his rework, his counters actually do HP dumps now, which some of you probably didn't even know he has counters because basically the way the game was you did these huge burst phases and then you just attack and the game's over. And you don't even get to see him counter, right? I'm just going to set up a couple things here with Selfie. I want to get my launching going right away. So we're going to do that. And we're going to put Rapture on. Yep, do that. So what it was Machina always had counters, which comes from one of his buffs. But it only did Brave attacks. Now it does Brave and HP dumps. This is significant because of how a Spiral Linchpin works. The other big upgrade he got with his C90, which every character gets, is EX is actually a good button to press now. It actually does decent damage. So we'll talk about that. So we've got Machina up here. So basically what you want to do with Machina is you always want to open with the LD. So the LD is going to put a very important Spiral's Linchpin debuff on the enemies. And it gives him follow-ups every time he does damage to the enemies or an enemy takes an action. Why this is significant with his rework is because now when he counters, he does HP dumps, which will trigger his Spiral's Linchpin. So he's going to get that counter attack we just saw, or that follow-up attack every time he counters, which is really crazy. The other thing with his LD, he gets a free action and a free ability use. Now you could use it on the AA, but you usually want to use it on Awakening. What Awakening does is it gives him his Awakening buff, but it's also a free turn, an instant turn. Or not a free, it's a free turn there, but it's an instant turn normally. And so what you can do is you can use this to spam turns, which can help you charge the force gauge, or you could use it with an off-turn damage dealer like Kane and deal off-turn. It's a very, very handy thing to have, right? So I could right now just sit and I could spam Awakening a few more times. They are instant turns, so I could just do that as much as I want. And I can help charge the force gauge. Now, he's not going to charge it as well as Penelo does, but it is something you can do to help push that gauge up a little bit more if you want to, right? All right, so what I'm going to do here is I pretty much want to get to a Penelo turn, and I'm just going to let her charge like crazy. In the meantime here, with our boy Machina, let's go ahead, and I want to make sure I set this up correctly. Let's go ahead and with Machina, we're going to do his EX just to show that off. So his EX gives him the Guardian's Blade buff, which gives him the counterattacks among other buffs, right? And you can see there it does a lot more damage than it used to do, and you're going to get the follow-ups with it. So it does really decent damage. So his EX now, you can see there, with the launch, did like a mill with a 750k splash. So even without the launch, it's like a 750k splash EX. It's very, very good. All right, let's go ahead and start force charging like crazy here. We want to get this gauge up and up and up and up and all that stuff. I'm going to have an extra turn, so I don't have to go all the way here with Penelo, so maybe I won't. We'll take it a decent ways, though. Yeah, let's do the free intercession shots. Penelo's just so good, you guys. She's my favorite force charger in the game right now. I think when Selfie gets her C90, she will be my favorite. Or not her C90, but when she gets her force enhancements, she will probably be my favorite. But she's a little ways off from getting that. A few months away. I think it's not till like maybe October that she gets it. It's a little ways. But Selfie's crazy when she gets it. Okay. Yeah, so let's just charge this sucker up. Just go crazy here. Alright, intercession's fine. And then I see Pinello has another turn, so I don't need to take it all the way here. I'll probably get it just kind of close. Then what I'm going to do with Machina, I'm trying to think here. I got to time this out right because I need a couple of turns to set up. So what I might do is I might actually just go through the turn here because I'm still a couple of turns away. Oh yeah, let's put on some more debuffs. That's always a good idea. Let's do that. Okay, yep, that's fine. Because I got to get Cam in still, and I've got to get Cam's BT effect up, and then I've got to get Machina's BT effect up. So I got to make sure I do this right. All right, let's just go ahead and let's just do a standard attack here. That's fine. That way we can just move on to somebody else's turn. Sounds good. All right, so Machina is up again. So with Machina, I think I am okay putting his BT effect up now. I think I should wait, maybe. No, I'll wait. It's too early to put it on. We won't do that quite yet. So what we'll do is, we'll just do it. We'll do his Furious Blades Plus. So this is a transformed HP attack that he gets. This isn't nearly as good as his BT version, but it is still a transformed BT effect. So that was like 500k, right? Not too bad. All right, so we'll let these go. And then, yep, we got a counter there, which is very nice. Or sorry, that was from Spiral's Linchpin, right? But here's the counter. So now the counter does HP, and then he gets the Spiral's Linchpin. So very, very cool that he's getting that from on enemy turns, right? Okay, and then they have a Spiral's Linchpin. Yep, it's still at 7, and then Rapture's at 5. I just got to check my debuffs. I don't want them to fall off, right? All right, so now I think what we'll do to be safe is Pinello will basically just take it all the way. I guess I could have used Intercession there. That's fine. I mean, they're basically there. So sure, let's just Intercession. Then we can do a regular attack and we should be fine. Then we're going to bring in Cam. Basically, Cam, all we got to do with him is do his BT effect. And then on his next turn, we'll go into Force Time. And then we'll make sure Machina's BT effect is up before we go into Force Time. And Machina needs to use his call to get Ice Enchant. That's really important that you have Ice Enchant on Machina if you want to get the full effect of Cam, right? So sure, we're probably close enough here. Let's just do one more regen, I guess. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. So we got the force gauge up, so we're good to go there. So let's just go ahead and attack through. Yep. Launchy launch damage. Lots of that. Okay. Now, and I just want to make sure they have like 5 turns of Rapture, so we're good. So we're going to swap into Cam at this point. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now with Cam, all we need to do with you is let's get your BT effect up. So let's do that. So we got to have them debuffed, or we have to have them basically with the paralyze effect, right, to get the full effect of Cam. So let's do that. Okay. All right, and then Machina now is going to use his green BT effect. If I time this right, okay, good. Cam jump turns. That's actually this is like really good. Okay. Because let me just check. How many turns is this going to last? For 3 turns. So I think I can put this on right now. And that Ice Enchant should last as long as the call effect is on Machina and I go into the burst phase, we should be good. As a failsafe, if this first call runs out, I can still use the other Kurosame call, and that is still self Ice Enchant to Machina. Now we're going to do the BT effect. So, once again, Machina's BT effect, this is going to do, like, pretty darn good damage, by the way, just alone for this attack. But his BT effect now gives him the really good HP plus attack that we want to spam during the burst phase. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that was pretty good damage. Okay, yep, so, and all the debuffs are on, so I think we got everything like what we want. We're not going to spam an intercession or anything there. I think we're good. Oh, we could do the, sure, let's do the LD. That's fine. And then this should, as long as she doesn't jump turns, I should have checked it. I could have held on it. I don't think she'll jump turns from this. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, that's fine. Yep, this is perfect, because now we go into Force Time. Machina is going to get the next turn and go into Burst Phase, and then we should be sitting pretty here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Yes. Now, the one thing is it's kind of unfortunate. Both the enemies are getting a turn here in between. So what's going to happen is their paralyze is actually going to fall off. So the very first attack Machina does won't get the full 80%. But he's going to reapply the paralyze, so it'll be fine. Okay, and Machina still has the 3-turn call effect up. These guys are going to paralyze through. Yep. Oh, actually, no, we're going to jump turn. So one of them, yeah, because we jump turn. So Machina now will still have one of them paralyzed. So this is perfect. All right, now we go. Now we go burst effect, and now we go to town. Okay, so we're going to see the damage here. So we want to attack the enemy that's got the debuff on. And all you do is you spam Furious Blades Burst. That's all you do. So I'm curious how much damage this is going to do. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. And we're going to be getting all the buffs here. We're doing the weakness damage. It should be ice damage. We're launching, getting the double. Oh, God, this would be crazy, right? So that was 3 mil. And we got 83% on that. That was 3 mil. And the HP damage bonus isn't nowhere near close to full. Let's see how much damage we're doing on these Furious Blades Burst. This is crazy. So this is the old school Machina right here, but now we're adding the force time to the mix. This is absolutely crazy, the amount of damage we're going to be doing here. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so that was a 5.8 mil. 5.8 mil while adding on 80%. Okay. I think you guys know what my my next Shinryu video is going to look like, right? It's going to look like this. This is going to be my next Shinryu guide. It's going to be doing this right here. I'm probably going to abuse this as much as I can. When Machina Burst first came out, I was basically spamming Machina Garnet videos. That's like what I was doing. So for those of you that aren't as familiar with my channel, there's 7.8 mil, by the way. I take the path of least resistance. So the reason why I summon for all this crazy stuff is because I want to use it. I want to make the game easy. I want to have some fun with it. So once in a while I'll do some fun like challenge runs and stuff, but I like to blow up the game. I like to make it easy. This is how I like to play DFFOO. Just blow it up. Blow it up, blow it up. Alright, how much damage on this launch? 10 mil. Dude, and the gauge was only at like 370 and we're doing 10 mil launches already. I think in this video, I'm going to see my single hardest hitting attack I've ever done in this game. Because this is my first time. Literally, guys, I just like awakened and set him up and I jumped right into the video. Like, I haven't practiced this or anything. I'm just hopping right in. And so I'm experiencing this for the first time with you guys here. Doing this Machina combo. 12 mil launch. And it's going to just keep increasing. Cam, and this is with a friend Cam, right? This is why I was saying before, you don't have to summon for Cam. If you get a friend, you can still abuse it. And trust me, the friends list is littered with Cams. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'll tell you guys all what, if you're a newer player and you're struggling for Cam friends, go ahead and follow me. My friend code is on all my videos, right? So just grab my friend code, add me. I have Cam as a friend. If you go into the comments and you tell me what your in-game name is, I will follow you back and I'll set you all up with the Cam friend, okay? That's my promise to you. This game gives you like 300 friend slots. I'll make some room for you all. So if you're someone that watches my videos, you like my stuff, you want a Cam friend, I'll add you as a friend. Just send me your in-game name as a comment. You need to add me, and then when I see your name on my list of people following me, I'll go ahead and add y'all, okay? All right, so craziness. So we got out of burst phase. I didn't even see the number. I was too busy talking. You guys all saw some crazy number there. But we still have 3 turns of force time here, right? Shoot, I want to get to Machina though, because we're not in that anymore. Man, that's a bummer. So yeah, sure. Let's go into summon phase. Why not? We're at 664 right now. Just some insane damage. So I think the last turn we should still be able to finish off. So let's go ahead. I mean, we want the biggest damage we can get here, right? So let's go ahead and do... Evanescence won't jump or turn. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I mean, this is going to be a lot of damage for Pinello. That was 1.6 on a tap. Oh my god. Yeah, 8 mil launch from Pinello. Okay. And then Cam, we're going to do the biggest shot we can here. As long as he doesn't jump turns. Should I do his light blade? I'm almost worried about killing him, but yeah, let's go ahead and do the light blade here. And we want to get one more shot with Machina here. With this thing fully built up, I want to see... Oh, shoot! We're going to kill him! Oh, no, are we... Oh, we killed... We couldn't even make it there. I'm guessing, though, Machina was about to be putting up like 20 mil, like a 20 mil shot there. Like, they couldn't even withstand it. So, anyways, guys, there you go. There's Machina. If you like this playstyle, though, which I do, I love this burst to nuke playstyle. He fits in so well with this whole force time nuking style that Machina is a really great pickup. If you like it, if you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like, guys. This was fun. I totally crushed it. This is me just doing a showcase now, and now I'm like defeating Shinryu like during the showcase. I can't even finish the showcase. So there you go, guys. Hope you guys like this video. Once again, I have a Discord. Feel free to join my Discord if you want to chat. Talk about DFFOO. I do Dokkan stuff in there too. Once again, hit me up with the friend list. If you're someone that's struggling for a cam friend, I've got them set. I'll go ahead and add you. I'll just give me your in-game name, all right? Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.